Drama alert, drama alert. Hello, hello, my name is Mark. Well, today wasn't that great for Logan because Logan Paul addresses his peers that are not happy about his position in WWE. It's my understanding that some of my peers are not happy that I get these shots so quickly in my career. Let me break it down to you for you. In your simple brains, do you think I'm here because I go viral? You see the numbers and you think that's why I'm here. No, the reason I'm given this opportunity so early in my career is A, because I'm fantastic, but B, because I've been getting those impressions for a decade now. And with those impressions comes an audience, a fan base, eyeballs. People watch what I do, they care about what I do. Whether they are on my team, they want me to win, whether they waiting for me to fail. Doesn't matter, they watching. And that's the currency attention. So my question for the people who have a problem with my position in the WWE, who's watching you? Wow, that's a shoot. And then after that, uh, after that, what is that? Shoot, shoot promo. I'm gonna say shoot promo because I don't know. Just response to a criticism that he had. Karen Cross responded to Logan Paul after he said that his peers weren't happy about his position in WWE.
Thinks that his peers have a problem with his position in the company. He still doesn't get it. No one has a problem with his position. The problem is that for some people who have put 20, even 30 years in, they were told that there was a certain skill set that they had to acquire. Putting time in was going to equate to having very particular opportunities. Those opportunities don't seem to be available for those people now because they did not build a brand outside of the company. And for an extended period of time, no one was allowed to build a brand outside of a company. That's the issue. That's the problem. This person who believes that everyone has a problem with him, it's not about him. Anyone could be him, and people would have a problem with that. If people were told when they went to professional wrestling schools that they had to build a brand outside of the company in order to position them better, to have the opportunities that they could knock out of the park, that's exactly what they would have done. Professional wrestlers, in my opinion, have the strongest and greatest work ethic in the world. And if someone would have told them that this is what they had to do, that's what they would have done. Now for some of those people, it's too late. So I asked that person, what are we supposed to do? What are we supposed to do? Are we just going to wipe out an entire group of performers that have been doing this for an extended period of time because it's impossible for them to catch up to that advantage? Me personally, I'm actually learning from that person. I see how the business is responding to that person. I don't dislike that person. I think that person's great, which I've been on record to say. I like that person. I think they're very cunning. I think that they do the things that I wish Sami Zayn would do, and then he'd be world champion. I just don't think he still gets it. And I'm actually shocked that he's rattled in the way that he is about this, because he doesn't have to be. But here we are. I think you guys get it, though.
Well, that's a good response, by the way, but there's only bits of pieces that you can maybe trying to counterpoint, especially like, hey, Logan had experience outside of the business before rejoining WWE, and Karen like, hey, what's supposed to be? Maybe you can follow that certain person, which some of the wrestlers currently doing. They branch out to a social media like Drew McIntyre, and maybe if you saw Xavier Woods up down down, even though it's gaming channel, but kind of branching out. But like at currently, whether it's WWE Superstar or AEW Wrestler, trying to branch out to do something different, but those guys cannot reach the level of Logan Paul. Logan Paul built his image for like 2013, 2012 during the Fine Days, maybe before that, and then he built a following of kids or maybe teenagers a little bit, and then he's doing his own thing, and then Japan happened, kind of a little bit ruined his career, and then he came back, and then do certain stuff, and then now he's here. The thing is that I disappointed the Logan Paul is that he should have take that. Hey, I maybe if you don't like me, that's okay. He should respond that. Hey, you can call me whatever. You can call me short taker or whatever it is. But I love the business. I enjoyed it, and maybe if you hate me because I'm in a position, it's okay. I don't agree with all of you, but it is what it is. This is the business. Uh, Money gets thrown around and stuff and blah blah blah. And if you don't blame me from certain stuff, you can maybe, but you shouldn't have said that blame Triple H or whatever, but blame whoever it is. But I'm just doing my job. I listen to people. I'm trying to master my craft to the point of to make sure that you people respect me for standing right here to be with you guys. You should have responded by that, because this like braggadocious, like, hey, I already did this, I already did that, blah blah blah, and not in the respectful but in the mature way to respond to criticism or hate. And by this I saw Logan Paul is immature. If he mature, that I understand if you don't like me, and that's okay. You should have just said, then that's okay, I'm just here, I'm going to learn my craft and master my craft to make sure that you people that criticize me and hate me respect me and like me a little bit. At least that's the progress. You should have just said that, and I would be fine. And maybe people like Karen Cross should have responded at all. But this kind of like response, it is what it is. But it's not mature enough. It's immature, especially like impression, audience, fans, eyeballs. Like you basically saying that, hey, it's all about money, baby. It's immature to me. How he respond to this, I understand. Like currency, like business is business. I get it. I get that response, but to me, if you are an outsider and you a little bit like love wrestling in a kind of way, and then you join the wrestling and you became popular in wrestling world, and then you became mainstream and stuff. At that point, you respect the craft that people put up. You receive criticism. You responded in a mature way and respectable way. This response by Logan Paul is immature. But in the end, if I look at it, look, I don't like Logan Paul as a human being. He's a piece of garbage. He's a piece of shit, a piece of garbage, and piece of everything that's bad in this world. He's a scammer artist. He's a bad person. In my eyes, he's already a bad person. But in the ring, whether in WWE, I saw him as a good wrestler that who could or just jump into whatever match I think he could pull something off. Whether it's against Roman Reigns, against Cody Rhodes, against whoever it is, I think he could do something, and I respect him for it, because how he trying to respect the craft of, or not just the craft but the art of professional wrestling, and respect it just a little bit. That respect is a little, because of certain things in his real life that I don't agree with, because he's a garbage human being. And I don't like the Logan Paul outside of WWE, but Logan Paul in WWE, I give a little bit respect. But people, probably in the comments said, you can do this, you can do that, blah blah blah. But the thing is, people who are into wrestling maybe don't think enough about certain things in the business world. They think about the craft that is they're going to perform, the art of it. That's why they don't do building their social media now. Right now, I think they're thinking about it. And if you go into Instagram, Twitter, or whatever social media platform, at least one of those feeds is going to focus on professional wrestling and certain pro wrestler, whether they are still in the academy or whether if you saw, especially I saw a bunch of a lot of things on Instagram because of like they watch my algorithm and say, hey, this is wrestling content, this is a professional doing wrestling content on Instagram or YouTube or whatever, and then they showed up on Instagram and you see, hey, this is like my favorite move, like what should this move called or whatever, and they kind of branching out, which is awesome. They need to get eyes, and then now they have eyes from around the world. But to those who have been in professional wrestling for decades, maybe 20, they didn't they built all that shit in wrestling, especially those players. I don't know who's going to be. Maybe Sami Zayn, maybe Kevin Owens, maybe Karen Cross, maybe AJ Styles, maybe other wrestler in the WWE. Maybe that's why he maybe those people hate Logan Paul because of like, hey, why are you getting world heavyweight title match at this quick after winning against this? You didn't, even though you didn't wrestle every week, or just you don't do eliminator match, you don't pin the champion, or you do this and you just get it for just a random match. That's raise some eyebrows, and that's perfectly fine. That's why I think Logan Paul at that point maybe should have said, hey, if the match you didn't like or whatever it is, like, I'm sorry, it's not my fault, but at least I'm trying to master what I'm currently at. That should be the mature way to respond. In the end of the day, especially for Karen Cross to say that Sami Zayn, if Sami Zayn uh, do it like Logan, maybe he's the world champion. Yeah, I probably think he could, because how Sami is like funny guy, and then um maybe talented, just exploring people's emotion. I think he could have been world champion by now, especially if he do that like Logan Paul doing vlog and some bullshit. But Logan Paul is not a wrestler. He will never be a wrestler if in status right now, currently his status is a wrestler, but not full known or just full professional wrestler. If he wants to be calling full professional wrestler, show up every week like all the wrestler who doing catering at this point, but they showed up at work every single time to get at least one chance to show up at TV. But Logan Paul is already a star, but he's an entertainer. He's not full blown professional wrestler. If you disagree, that's okay. But I want to see Logan Paul explore this path that he's currently at, just exploring everything. Maybe at ring talent, he's the best. I think he could be the best if he showed up every week just to explore some things like feelings, maybe emotion and stuff. If he showed up to that important moment, I think he could be one of the best wrestler uh, outside of like full blown talent in WWE. I could see that happen if he showed up every week, do promo, do wrestling match. I don't care if it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I think if he showed up every week to showcase that, hey, I'm a talented wrestler. Whatever you done in the past 10 plus or whatever it is, I could do better than you. Then I'm going to raise my hand and say, "You got it, my bro. You got it, my big boss. You're one of the best." I could say that. I could really say that if that's Logan Paul doing currently, but he's not doing that. He showed up like unannounced, or unannounced uh I don't know, just unannounced like every single week, month. Like he take a 1 month break and then boom, here's Logan Paul, and people maybe dislike that. But again, it's just that yeah, I think with Karen Cross, Logan still don't get it. People can be him. Absolutely, I think MJF could be Logan Paul at the current moment. The character, he could be. He could be Logan Paul, MJF, or whatever in WWE. I think they could follow what Logan Paul did. I think they could do better. But at this point, they're focusing on the craft of professional wrestling. Logan Paul focusing on his image and blah blah blah, la di da di da, slop and manop, or whatever he trying to focus of just to get into. But right now, he's just salty. He's just kind of like triggered of certain things in WWE. That's why I dislike this response. Yes, to me I don't care about you going viral, but you showed up every single week. It meant a lot to some people, maybe even me. If you focus on professional wrestling, I know you have your TV shows on Max or whatever. You have your YouTube channel. You have your NFTs. You got a lot of things, but at least for a single month or 2 months straight, just focusing on professional wrestling meant a lot to me. That you are truly, in my eyes, you could care. I could see you care, but you're not. By this point, it is what it is, man. Again, that's my opinion. If you felt like this comment about hey, what is this? Yeah, nobody just smoke Wilker Cross in a YouTube promo. His face, he just gets the hate because of his past in the ring. He's better than most full-time wrestlers, and there's no denying the fact he does bring in his own audience. Yes, I could not agree that he's better at probably for the most, but in the sense that you bring immaturity to the if you see people like this, they're immature. If you care, if you don't care, I could see it. This man, this man care. Of course he cares, but not care fully. Just care in the 50% way. But in the end, if you like Logan Paul, you like Logan Paul because he can wrestle. He could wrestle. He could do promo. He could do promo. I think if he showcase his full scale talent every single week, he's probably one of the best. But to me, he's just outsiders that I will never respect because how immature he is, especially with this type of like response to a certain criticism or hate. Then you go you, I guess. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Logan Paul addresses his peers. I think he got triggered or something like that. Yeah. Goodbye.